The Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish basketball team faced off against the Florida Southern Moccasins on January 27th. They were down at halftime but were able to come back and win by a score of 86-79.
Yes, Rachel, the Sailfish were able to do it once again, being down at half. This time, for the first time this season, they came back to win.
Yes, this is true, Michael. Even though the first half was decided by 1 point only, now we will take this over to Gavin, who will analyze the game and give an overall view of how Sailfish have done so far this season and how he thinks they will finish out the season.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Michael. How are you guys doing tonight? My name is Gavin Titherington, Palm Beach Atlantic basketball correspondent and future sports broadcaster. Looking at the Florida Southern Moccasins loss to our Sailfish last night, we see good basketball from both sides, but Palm Beach Atlantic was just able to edge the knife a little bit more than Florida Southern. PBA nailed their shots when it counted, had great passing ability, and was able to play a good defensive game overall. This is not the case in the last 5 games prior to this win because they're coming off a 5-game losing streak, something they were not hoping for at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, aspirations were high, hopes were up, and unfortunately injuries plagued the ever so good PBA Sailfish, unfortunately. They had some big injuries down the line. Torn ACL, which is not what you want to see in a basketball team at all. That's a year recovery, and it's not pretty seeing that either. And unfortunately, that'll damper any team that's playing well. But the season's not over. They still have an opportunity to get a good playoff spot if they keep playing well. And I'm going to hand this one over to Jules Jasmine, freshman forward for the PBA Sailfish, on what he thinks about the injuries and how they are affecting this year's team.
Well, the injuries that occurred during the season has really kind of like set us back a couple of games, like here and there. But, a couple of people stepped up, and we just wish, everybody comes back healthy. So, we all just picked up what they left off, and we're just, trying to get back together as a team.
As you heard, Jasmine said it best. People need to step up this season, and having a presence on the bench really affects a basketball team. If they don't have a presence, they don't have a bench, then they are not going to do well because bench is very important when you have injuries. So we're going to have to see where this bench takes a Sailfish this season, if they make a run or they're one and done. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Gavin Titherington is out.